Squaddie Buffs is dropping some huge balance changes in today's update. The Fireball as well as Bea ability is gonna get a huge nerf. Beside that, a lot of squaddies as well as 3 heroes gonna get a huge HP buff. Beside that, we're gonna see a Mavis buff and some turbo duration increase. Let's check out the 27 changes together. Said, thank you everybody for being here again. Really appreciate it. To another update in Squaddie Buffs. Yep, you have heard it right. 27 balance changes. Let's get ahead and start with the hero changes as first. The first guy of today is the Barbarian King. He's receiving a 15% HP buff, landing now at 8,300 HP. And the same counts for the Archer Queen, which is also getting a 15% HP buff, landing at 7,500 HP. And the biggest hero change is happening at Mortis. He is getting a 20% HP buff, landing at 7,000 HP. You'd think that's all? No, we can see further squaddie HP buffs. The Barbarian from 1,700 to 2,000 HP, that's an 18% increase. El Primo is getting even tankier, landing at 2,400 HP, which is a buff by 20%. Shelly receives a minor HP buff with 9%, landing at 1,800 HP. Boom, heavy, 2,200 HP after the update, that's an increase by 19%. And the teddy bear of Nita, Bruce, is getting an HP buff by 500, that's a 20% increase, landing at 3,000 HP. Furthermore, the Bandit from 1,650 to 2,000 HP, that's a 21% increase. Battle Healer from 1,800 to 2,100, 17% increase. 12% increase for the Pam, landing at 1,900 HP. And Bruce is not the only animal, no, the Mega Grip of Dr. T is getting a HP buff as well by 20%, landing at incredible 5,400 HP. Hog Rider also getting an HP buff by 15%. And well, the most nerfed unit, Miner, is getting an HP buff as well by 12%. But will anybody play the Miner? I doubt it. Frankie the Tanky also getting an HP buff by 21%, landing also at 2,300 HP after the update. And last but not least, Optimus Prime. 11% more HP brings him to 2,500 in the non-fused version. And remember, all those HP buffs are scaling up with a Fusion and Mega with that additional buff from last week. So those units in the Mega form are definitely much tankier right now. And as we were talking about it last week, the Medic is getting a buff as well. He's supporting you with a flat heal, and this one is getting buffed by 30%. That makes him actually stronger, and we may consider him playing him. Before we're coming to the huge changes to the Fireball and Bea ability, a huge shout out to Supercell to listening to the feedback and doing those changes, making the meta more aligned. That's really good. And if you have enjoyed the video so far, then definitely don't forget to leave a like and subscribe completely for free to not miss any Squaddie Buffs content in the future. If you want to support me more, don't forget to use code STORMY in the Supercell in-game stores. As next, we are coming to some changes to PvP, so player versus player. If you are killing squaddies, you are getting coins. And well, in the past that was pretty easy. In Gemhunt, you were getting 5 coins for each squaddie bust. After the update, this is depending on the size. So if there is a player already really weak, you're getting less coins from hunting his squaddies. If it is a max size squad, you're still getting your 5 coins per drop. So that should slow down the snowballing a little bit and is definitely a counter for those many bots with having a smaller team where you can't farm yourself up with many coins. And I think I like it. And pretty similar thing is happening to the Showdown mode, where the coins have even a bigger impact as there are no gems to collect. Beside that, for the Gemhunt, there is a huge change as well. The squaddies are now dropping 50% less of the squad's gems when they are getting busted. So that should help you if you lose a squaddie to withstand with more gems and maybe securing a better placement. And now we're coming to the biggest changes. It's the bees which are getting a nerf. First, the traits, the circling bees, so that's the passive, the bees which are flying around automatically. Bees deal now 40% less damage. But on the other side, the bees will be a really tornado now, as they are circling 40% faster. Overall, this leads to a DPS reduction by 15%, and that sounds pretty nice. Coming now to the power DP frenzy, that's the thing you're using with pressing the button. The bees now deal 20% less damage from 182 to 155 after the update for each hit. But on the other side, the Bee Frenzy is now there for 20% longer. That brings us to 7.2 seconds in the maximum form. That's actually kinda nice. Coming us next to the Fireball changes. And well, what should I say? It will be definitely different to use the fireball, and it will take 25% longer to reach its target. So that should help you to dodge more fireballs, especially when having a speedy squad, but we have to adapt our playstyle to that. And with that also, the impact damage is getting a nerf by 17% from 990 to 820. So to counter that a little bit, the Mega Fireball Stage 2 is getting a slight buff. It does now 1 extra tick, which leads to 70% extra damage, 7 ticks in total, and with that a longer duration of that fire, which is causing some tick damage. It's now 2.8 seconds instead of the 2.4. Mavis is getting a buff. You pull now the carrots faster by 25%. And also the carrots will give you now more gems, but I don't think that Mavis will be that suitable to go for a gem farmer. PvP is that important, but let's see, maybe I'm doing her wrong. And similar to that, in Showdown she is supplying you with more coins from the carrot patches. And the last changes today are some general turbo changes, and that's actually nice. Mortis turbo duration is increased by 25% from 2 to 2.5 seconds. And guess what? Similar thing is happening to all the other heroes. An increase of 27% from 2.75 seconds to 3.5 seconds. So yep, you can spam your initial turbo boots a little bit longer, which is definitely nice to counter now the consumable status. So what are your thoughts to those changes? I really appreciate the effort they are doing here to make it all well balanced. Which thing should they nerf or buff next? Write it down below in the comments. Thank you guys for watching and happy busting!